Hey everyone, welcome to the Firefighters Global Consulting Behind the Smoke podcast. This podcast operates wholly independently of any specific fire department, union, or municipality. This podcast is intended to provide information, education, and hopefully even entertainment for some of our listeners, and is provided in our personal capacities and does not reflect the official policies, procedures, or views of any specific fire department, union, or municipality. Furthermore, no official department resources, equipment, or on-duty time are utilized in the operation of this business or the making of this podcast. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy it. Hey everyone, Sadamo here. Welcome back to another episode of FGC Behind the Smoke. Today we have on a very special guest. We got one of our good friends on, Brendan Nelson. See, I'm already off to a bad start.
Hot start.
Yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived, guys. A little sleep deprived. But anyways, we got Brendan on here. So Brendan is actually, well, he's a career firefighter, but he's also our new client acquisition representative. Is that the title?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Boris gave him a real fancy title. Don't be intimidated by his title, though. He's just one of us, one of the boys.
Just
so.
a regular, yeah.
Yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller.
That's right. That's right. So a lot of you guys will probably get to know Brendan over the next little while. He'll be joining us on some more podcasts when we have some more guests coming on. And like I said, he's also part of the FGC team now. He's going to be out there dealing with clients and going and doing presentations for different volunteer departments and fire schools based off of what we do and how we can help people, accomplish their goal of becoming a career firefighter. So, buddy, thanks for coming on.
Dude, thanks for having me. Yeah, about time, eh?
I know. We've been trying to line this up for a bit. So, so why don't we kind of just chat a little bit about, I want our listeners to get to know you because they're going to be, seeing you a bit more often and all that kind of stuff. You've been a firefighter for how long now?
I'm in my fifth. It'll be 5 years in the summer.
5 years this summer. And then you were a volunteer
I was a
prior to
volunteer,
that.
down in the States for a couple of years there. Just 2.5 years.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So what was it that made you get into this career in the first place?
Honestly, I was going to college.
You went to college?
Okay.
My God.
I know, right? Not for a long time.
If he can do it, anyone can do it.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's why you guys put me out there to talk to these potential firefighters. They look at me and it's like, if this guy can do it, anyone can, really. Yeah, so I was I was going to college. It was like, I went to Douglas College. I was like, oh, I'll go be a teacher. I wanted to teach English and history, and I was sitting in a classroom. There's I don't know, 80 people, and they came in. They're like, oh, who wants to be a teacher? And everyone put their hand up, and I was like, I'm not beating all these people. It's like, and I was for high school, you didn't pay for it. It was free.
Yeah.
I never skipped a day, and then I was paying my own way through this these courses, and I was missing half of them. No, this might not be for me. Yeah,
people usually do the opposite. It's like people usually skip high school, and then when they actually have to pay,
they go.
They're like, "Oh, I better go to all these classes."
Yeah, you better bear down here and get it in gear.
But you said you did the opposite.
Yeah. So then I had a family friend. He was a firefighter, and he's like, "You ever think about it?" Not really. I never I knew he was a firefighter, and it seemed like an awesome job. And he's like, there's an info seminar. He's like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. I was 21 at the time.
Okay.
Right? So I was pretty young, still figuring out what I wanted to do. I went to this info seminar, and they talked for an hour and a half, and I was mesmerized. So I was like, this is the job. How do I get it? What do I need to do? How can I get this as soon as possible?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like that, right? We've had clients from, many different backgrounds and careers that they've had and stuff. And, they end up talking to someone who's a firefighter and they're like, wow, this is a really cool job. It'd be so cool to be part of that, right? And then there's other people who, since they were a little kid, they wanted to be a firefighter, right? So it's really just such a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the thing. When I went for my interview, they're like, oh, when did you know you want to be a firefighter? And I was like, I couldn't have one of these. I didn't have one of these stories where it's I was a young kid and I saw a fire truck and I thought, oh, I want to do that. It was a little bit not later in life, but
Yeah, you were still pretty young.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was 20 years old or 21 years old when I decided to start committing to it. And
nice.
Yeah.
So what were some of the next steps that you took?
Right away, I was like, how do I start this process? So I talked to the recruiter there, and they were like, how old are you? I think I was 20 at the time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're pretty young, you got time. And I thought, I need to do this now, like while the fire's still hot, right?
Yeah.
So right away, went and did my first aid. After that, class 3 with the air brakes, booked my flights down to Texas, did 1001 down there, hammered all that out, and then it was just applying and yeah, getting experience and like a ton of volunteer work. Like I was coaching a hockey team, I was volunteering at Canuck Place, Children's Hospice, like
Nice.
yeah,
You know, we always tell people if you have any kind of like coaching on your resume, it always looks really good,
for
right?
sure.
Like, because it just shows that like you're somebody who can mentor and somebody that you're able to lead and that kind of stuff. And also just like, all the volunteer stuff they did, giving back to your community, right? Like, how important it is, obviously, in this line of work,
Yeah, definitely.
where we try as much as we can to give back. Not even, not just at our time at work, but also through volunteer events, through different
Yeah.
charities and that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, that's awesome. So you kind of went down the volunteering route
Yeah,
and
yeah. I did yeah, it's like 2.5 years down there. And like when I was down there, you start off same thing like as a career department and you're a probationer down there. And I ended up doing like an engineer position down there, so driving the trucks, and I ended up taking over the charitable society. I was like the president of
nice,
the charitable, so
nice.
organizing events, donating to charities down there, and yeah, set up all these things.
Right on. Yeah, and I mean that's you're gaining a lot of valuable experience because now it's also fire
Yeah.
related, right? How was your time as a volunteer? What did you find helped you the most when it came to transitioning to a career role?
Honestly, I thought like the biggest thing down there was like it prepped you really, really well. Like because you had shifts down there. Like we did 48-hour shifts on weekends.
Right.
And you do like a couple weeknight shifts and you had your Thursday night trainings. But yeah, I thought being down there for 48 hours with the crew and, you know, going on calls and doing all the like the junior man duties that you do
Yep.
and like it completely transpired into what I do in our department.
Yeah, exactly. I found like when I was volunteering, one of the biggest things that I took away from it was understanding that like paramilitary structure and the culture.
Yeah.
Like when I first started as a volunteer, I remember like one of my first days, and they were backing up the fire truck, and someone had the exhaust hose to catch the exhaust,
Yeah,
and I was just kind of standing there, and they were like, "What are you doing? Take that
yeah.
away from
Yeah,
him."
that's you. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. That's so rude. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to take
I'm not
his
gonna rip it
job.
out of his hands.
Yeah, I'm not going to make him look bad, but
Yeah.
it's just funny because it's like it's a total like culture thing. It's like they want you to be taking that job away from somebody to
Yeah.
show how eager you are to be part of it. But I just remember being like, wow, like so I went and did it. And I was like, hey man, I'm really sorry. Like I felt bad. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to make you look
Yeah,
bad
I'm
or
not trying
anything.
to
They told
sewer
me
you
to
here,
do it, and
yeah.
he's like, no, that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
right? So I think volunteering, if you're at like a volunteer fire hall or something like that, it gives you a lot of really good experience.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
only with the training, and of course you're going to be going on calls and stuff like that. You're going to be a bit more comfortable in an emergency situation, but the culture is a big thing,
For sure.
right?
Yeah. I think that was like the biggest takeaway from being down there was just like the culture of the fire hall. And
Yeah,
like this is how it's done. And like every department's different, but I feel probably for the most part like
I
a
think
lot of similarities.
yeah, and I've said that before too. It's like there's every department has maybe a slightly different culture, but I think as a whole, the culture in the fire service is pretty similar most places that you're going to go to.
Yeah, I think
Right.
so.
And I mean, you were a volunteer in the States and now you're a career in Canada.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the volunteer place that you were at, even though it was in the States, it's still a very similar culture to what we have up here, right?
Honestly super similar. Like and like that's what prepped me like pretty well for, you know, being a probationer where I got hired and, you
Yeah.
know, the next steps in the career and everything like that.
Yeah, especially like when it comes to ride-alongs too, right? Like,
I didn't have a ride along.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
really?
I got hired in that like weird COVID
Ah,
era
okay.
where yeah, wearing a mask and
Yeah, yeah.
stayed 47 feet away from each other
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did like
Uh,
the, you know, the skills and physical and interview and all that, but yeah, no ride along.
would you find or actually before I get into that, but how many departments roughly do you think you applied to before you were hired?
I applied to 2 departments. Yeah, and I interviewed with the other department that I didn't get hired with. Interviewed with them twice
Okay.
and just absolutely bombed them. Like it was awful. Yeah, I remember walking out and thinking like, what have I done?
Yeah.
It was so bad, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what seems to trip most people up is the interview, especially like if you haven't had any experience in that type of an interview. It's pretty intimidating too,
Yeah.
right? Like you're sitting across the table from like three people who you know, you really want this job, but they're asking you some pretty difficult questions and you're unsure of how much detail to go into with your like there's just so many variables, right?
Oh yeah. It's like it was like 2 hours long,
Yeah.
and like I didn't know if I was saying too much, too little. Like
Yeah.
you know that everyone always says you want to be confident but not cocky. It's like such a fine line to toe, and it's just like I remember walking home just like there's no chance they call me back, and then they did.
Oh, really?
They're like
Nice.
you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was going a
No, no,
completely
no. It
different
was
direction.
no, it was par for the course. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Brendan. Yeah, yeah. So we
Yeah.
just want to let you know
You're
you
terrible.
suck. You're not.
Yeah, yeah. Don't ever apply here. No, no. They said maybe next round, and then yeah, applied again. And actually, Boris helped me out
Nice.
with the interview prep the second time, and it went a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I forget how many people they were down to, but there was like they were only hiring like 4 people.
Yeah.
So like it was pretty good odds. You made the interview, and like I remember walking out feeling 10 times better. Like okay, like these were good answers, and like it didn't come off as rehearsed because like that was one of the things like Boris was saying. He's like you don't want to
Yeah.
be a robot. You want to have some personality.
Yeah.
He's like you don't want to talk too much about about yourself, but at the same time you're trying to sell yourself and
Yeah.
yeah
It's a bit of like an art form almost, you know, like
yeah
trying to figure out like how to interview and all that kind of stuff, right? Like it's and that's why like when we have like a lot of our clients that come to us, they come to us for interviews, right?
yeah
But um you know, there's a few things that they have troubles with, and it's like one, what are they asking in the question,
yeah
right? And two, like what example should I be using,
for
right?
sure
Like, because the thing is like I think people also get really hung up on. We find this a lot actually with volunteer firefighters that every answer that they give is based off of their time as a volunteer.
yeah
And then so it's like they don't really talk about any of the other things that they have on their resume or their volunteer experience or their, you know, athletic capabilities, that kind of stuff.
yeah
And so like you only really give like the interviewer like one little snapshot of you, right?
yeah
So
that was the thing. Like when Boris was prepping me for the interview for the second time, and then the interview where I finally got the career spot, like we made a format. And it's like okay, we're gonna go over your volunteer work, like your volunteer firefighting work, your volunteering outside of firefighting, your
mhm,
personal life, your work life. Like it was pretty like it was pretty good where I could draw from a couple
everywhere.
different aspects.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to be well-rounded for sure, right?
yeah,
You want to be able to showcase more than just one thing in your life,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
Did you find for you was the interview obviously probably the hardest part?
Oh, by a mile. Like I don't do well talking to 4 people in front of you that already
Yeah.
have the job, and they're
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, you're sitting there for 2 hours. Same thing like I was saying, like you don't know what to say half the time. Like
Yeah.
you can only prep so much, but the interview by far was the hardest thing. Like skills and physical, like they kept, you can prep for that. Like we knew when I did mine, like we knew we had a beep test, and it's like, okay, go to the field, mark out however far it is,
Hmm.
download the audio, and do the beep test.
Yeah,
You know you're gonna do the stairs. Okay, go throw some weights on and do the stairs. Like you can kind of prep for all those kind of things,
for
but
sure.
the interview was just like so many variables. It was
Yeah.
just like it's so high stress and yeah,
You're in uncharted waters there, right?
yeah, exactly. You're in an even
Uh,
bigger boat.
you also come from a hockey background too, right?
I mean, just average at best. Yeah,
Yeah, but you
yeah,
played it.
yeah.
Did you grow up playing hockey?
Yeah, yeah. I
Nice.
grew up like I was probably like 4 when I started playing hockey.
Nice. You
Still play now.
still going strong.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Do you
don't know if
feel
strong's the right word,
yeah,
but
yeah, strong might not be the right word.
yeah,
Still going.
still going.
Um did you feel that like your time in hockey and just being in like that team environment also was a good way of preparing for a career in the fire service without even knowing that you were maybe preparing for a career?
I yeah, definitely like when I think of like the fire department, where we are, like everyone always says team, and we're
Yeah.
like team, and like it's it's like a giant locker room,
Yeah.
like it's I think playing hockey and then like coaching, I ended up coaching after I aged out, and I think it prepared you like pretty well for what you were walking into.
Yeah. I noticed for sure that like a lot of people who play team sports seem to have a fairly good understanding of the culture, maybe even if they're not like a volunteer
Yeah.
firefighter already. So I think definitely being able to maybe like showcase some of that in your interviews is would probably be beneficial,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we definitely drew on some hockey things, like whether it was playing or coaching.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part of the job so far, do you think?
Probably just the people.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, like the people you meet are second to none. And like
Yeah.
I've known, guys from high school or elementary school for 20 plus years, and it's like you're still good buddies with them. It's like, but then you walk into this job and you meet a whole bunch of different people, and like, yeah, you all kind of have the same mindset, which is nice, and like
Yeah.
make some like real lifelong friends here. Like I'm going to a buddy's wedding, and we got hired together just under 5 years ago, and like I'm the best man at his wedding.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. That's the thing is like there's the people within this job like come from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, you name it. But yet there's some sort of like similar mindset that we all have, and I think
yeah,
that's what draws us to this job is like we all kind of think very similar in a lot of ways, right? And different in some ways, but I think the similarities is what causes us to gravitate towards a job like this,
yeah. I think so. It's like
right?
everyone's like pretty well like on the same page about almost everything that's going on.
Yeah, like we all have like ADHD and caffeine and nicotine addictions.
Yeah. Do we ever? Yeah. Keeps you going.
Yeah, no, but it definitely says a lot. Like I remember you and I when we went to fire medics
Yeah.
and we gave a presentation there, and that was one of the things that you and I had talked about with that class was, like I remember asking like how many of you guys can say that you actually get to work with some of your best friends, right? And there was
Yeah.
like maybe two people in that class
Yeah, I
that
think
raised
there
their
was
hand.
one person put their hand up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's like his friend's dad owned the company or
yeah,
something. He had to
yeah,
hire him.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. um, but like like you were saying there too, you're like, when you eventually get hired, like most of you are going to be able to raise your hand, like if we were to ask you that question
Oh,
again a
for
couple of
sure.
years from now when you're
Yeah.
on a department, right? So it's really cool, right? It's it's kind of got that family
Yeah.
kind of
Spe-
vibe to it.
Especially like the class you get hired with.
Yeah,
Like you're kind of like, you're all
yeah,
doing training together. You're all doing these like 8, 9 hour days of just getting yelled at, and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you're exhausted, and
yeah.
yeah, it's like some of the best friends you'll make.
Well, it's like Boris and I, right? Like
Yeah, you guys are
we got hired
classmates.
together.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were classmates, and I mean, we have our class is pretty tight, but
Yeah,
there's a couple of other guys in the class who I consider some of my best friends,
for
right?
sure.
So it's really cool, man. It's just such a great career that way, and then there's also the excitement of responding to calls and all that kind of stuff. It's exciting, like not knowing exactly how your day's gonna go, even though we have our routines,
Yeah,
but you never know
it's
what's
never
coming in
it's
between,
never
right?
what you think. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember like the first call you went on?
Oh, it was like I don't know, like I can't remember the specifics of it, but it was like a college student with like anxiety, or like it was like test season was there, and
Yeah.
yeah, I remember the tones hitting and me like I was sprinted down to the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's that first call where you're like the adrenaline is just kicking in, and like
yeah,
I remember my first call was like a kind of like a very like low priority medical call, but
yeah.
I was just so amped up for it.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
holy shit, like I'm
yeah.
in the back of a fire truck, lights and sirens. I'm like, this is wild,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And to like obviously the rest of the guys that were on the truck who
yeah.
had quite a bit of experience and seniority, they're like, it's just another day at the office
Yeah,
kind of thing,
exactly.
right? So
Yeah, I remember running down, hitting en route, and like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we'll get there." Lights and sirens. I'm sitting in the back. I'm so amped up.
yeah.
I'm going over my primary survey, my assessments
Yeah.
and everything. They're just like, "What are you doing back there?"
Actually, so for your first aid level, what did you end up getting?
EMR.
You got
Yeah,
EMR.
yeah. I did
Nice.
EMR through. I did the FR bridge to EMR through Fire Medics,
Nice.
they were awesome to deal with. They made
Yeah.
it super easy, like prepped you really well, good class size, everything like that. And then I was gonna do licensing, and then I got the job offer from the department. And I was like, well, they're just gonna give us EMR, so I guess I
Yeah.
don't have to go to licensing.
Yeah.
Save
Perfect.
myself a trip to
Yeah. Yeah, Firemedics is they're really awesome there. We should try and get them to sponsor us.
yeah,
It's actually not a bad idea. That might be your role though.
yeah, yeah,
You'll
yeah.
you'll be you'll be in charge of sponsorships
Oh
maybe.
man.
Is there anything that you've found that is tough about the job, like the shift work, the lack of sleep, anything like that? Like I know when people ask us, like, and I say us as just firefighters in general,
Yeah,
right? When people ask like, oh, like, how do you like the job? And everyone's always like, oh, I love it. It's the best job
yeah,
ever. But there are some things that aren't necessarily a positive that come with the job, right?
for sure.
What was it that you found that maybe was one of those more negative kind of things?
Yeah, it's when I was working at like the busy hall. It's like your first day was a write off. Like
Yeah.
I get home and
Your first day off?
first day off
Yeah.
was an absolute write off. Well,
Yeah.
for me at least. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how like some of these guys are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym and do
Yeah.
this and that. I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully wake up at noon when I
Yeah.
set my alarm.
Yeah.
And half the time I'd sleep through it, wake up like 6 p.m., make some food and go back to sleep. Like it was like a complete write off, man.
That was like me this morning because I got off shift this morning and I went home and fell asleep. I think I woke up at like 12:30
Yeah.
or something like that. And I was
Oh,
like, oh, holy crap, half the day's gone.
yeah, the amount of
Right?
times I'd set an alarm, it's like, oh, I get home around like 8 a.m., set an alarm for noon. Like, okay, like, get a good 4 hours in here. Next thing you know, you wake up, it's 7 o'clock at night, and you're just like,
Yeah.
well, that day's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I ordering from Uber Eats today?
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. If you were to, so I asked this question to like all of our guests that come on, but if you were to go back in time to when the day that you first started, knowing what you know now, that what you've done in your career and all that kind of stuff, is there any piece of advice that you would give to yourself on your first day?
Man, it's like, it'd probably be the same advice that everyone probably gave you and gave me. It's like, don't blink or you'll miss it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, how long have you been on now?
Like I'm in my 8th year
Yeah.
now.
Doesn't it feel like just yesterday you started?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like how many
Yeah.
guys that were, 23, 25 years, 10 years, 5 years on the job are like,
Yeah.
hey, like, don't take it for granted. Like, you'll blink and you'll miss it. It's like, I'm in my 5th year now. I'm like, holy shit, like, these guys were right.
It's so true. It goes by
Yeah,
so fast,
it's
man.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I remember that, like, because you'd hear it so much, it was kind of like, you're kind of like, ah, yeah, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
sure, blink, you'll miss. And like, especially when you're on probation, you're like, you know, scrubbing a toilet and then you're mopping a floor and you're running for the phone. And you're like, oh yeah, don't blink, you'll miss this.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're like, holy shit, I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it goes by so fast. I think it's just because, like, you know how they say, like, time goes by faster when you're having fun,
yeah.
right? And it's so true because, like, we have a job that everyone that I know that has gone into this career absolutely loves it.
Oh, dude, best job by. I used to move furniture, dude. 6 days. Yeah, exactly. 6 days a week for like 10 to 14 hours a day.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
So you were a mover for a bit?
Dude, I was a mover for a lot of bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was working for my parents, and then a buddy of mine, his parents owned a moving company. He's like, hey, why don't you come work with me? I'm like, I think I was in like grade 10.
Oh yeah.
So like in the summers, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll come move furniture. It's
Nice.
just like, yeah, like it gave you a good appreciation of hard work, and then it also gave you like crippling back pain for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, eventually you're like, I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore. Enough's enough,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's I'm glad that you were able to talk about like that you were going to college to be a teacher and then
Crazy, right?
transitioned into firefighting, right?
Yeah.
Because like I've said, like just there's so many people from so many different career paths and stuff that end up in this job, right?
Yeah, man.
Which I think is awesome and it makes this job unique and it's also good because you have people who have different skill sets than each other
Yeah.
and then we bring them together and there's usually somebody who knows something about anything,
Oh,
right?
yeah. There's gonna be someone that's like a plumber, like a pipe fitter. It's like, oh, we can just turn this knob and this turns off. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like also, like people who like work in sales and stuff like that, it's like, well, our job is very like, customer focused in a sense, right?
yeah,
It was, a lot of our calls are medical calls and stuff. You have to have good bedside manner. You have to have the ability to be able to have like compassion and speak to people and that kind of stuff too, right?
for sure.
So yeah, man. Anything else you want to cover?
I'm just a guest here, buddy. Whatever
Well,
you got for
yeah.
me.
You're soon to be a reoccurring guest,
Yeah,
maybe
awesome.
co-host,
Yeah,
hopefully.
well, we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
we'll
good.
see how the ratings turn out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure they'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we will have like a post of you on our Instagram and all that kind of cool stuff.
sweet.
And then we're gonna take some headshots of you now
Oh, perfect.
and then get you on the website. So everyone, you can go check out our website and you can see this beautiful man's face.
Oh,
And
what's the thing? Face for radio?
yeah,
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 face for radio. Yeah. yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm really happy to be able to introduce Brendan to you guys. And like I said, you'll be seeing him a lot more and hearing from him. And yeah, he's our client acquisition
Something.
guy. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care.